The entire Middle East conflict is widening, and now a powerful group from Lebanon has stepped directly into the fight against Israel. Welcome to TimesXP. It's me, Dhriti Atri, and the leaders of the armed group, Hezbollah. Naim Qassem, he has delivered a strong and a dramatic message. In a televised speech, he said that his organization will not stay silent while Israel and the US continue military actions linked to the growing confrontation with Iran. In fact, according to him, Hezbollah's fighters, often called the Islamic resistance, are now actively responding on the battlefield. Well, his warning, it was direct. Do not push the region further because Hezbollah is ready for a long fight. Soon after his warning, attacks were reported along Israel's northern front. Hezbollah said that it targeted an important Israeli military installation, the Mount Meron air surveillance base. This particular site sits on one of the highest peaks in the northern Israel and plays a very important role in country's air defense and early warning radar network. Well, such facilities help deter incoming missiles, drones, aircraft. Now, by aiming at this particular location, Hezbollah appears to be trying to weaken Israel's ability to monitor threats coming from Lebanon and Syria. But that was not the only target. Hezbollah's fighters also fired a long barrage of rockets towards Nafah military base in Golan Heights. Well, this particular base is significant because it serves as the headquarters of Israel's 210th Bashan Division, a unit responsible for defending Israel's northern border and monitoring the military activity near Syria. In fact, dozens of rockets and drones, they were reportedly launched in a wave, a tactic often used to overwhelm air defense systems like Israel's famous the Iron Dome. In the meantime, Israel did not wait long to respond. The Israel Defense Forces quickly expanded their air campaign across Lebanon. Fighter jets carried out strikes on suspected Hezbollah positions in the capital, Beirut, as well as in towns and villages across southern Lebanon. Well, Israeli officials said that the targets included weapon depots, launch sites, underground tunnel, and command centers used by Hezbollah fighters. But wait, before some of these strikes, Israel also issued evacuation warning to the residents in certain areas. Basically, a step that the military says is meant to reduce the civilian casualties before hitting what it describes as a militant infrastructure. But to understand why this moment is so dangerous, it helps to look at Hezbollah's strength. The group is considered one of the most heavily armed non-state militia in the world. Experts believe that Hezbollah possesses over 100,000 rockets and missiles, many supplied and developed with support from Iran. Some of these weapons can travel hundreds of kilometers, meaning that they can reach deep into Israeli territory, and this is exactly why analysts are worried. If the fighting between Israel and Hezbollah continues to intensify, the whole conflict could turn into a full-scale regional war stretching from Lebanon and Israel to Syria, Iraq, and possibly even the waters of the Persian Gulf. Such a conflict could not only involve militia and missiles, it could also pull in very powerful countries like the United States and Iran. In other words, what began as isolated clash is now starting to look like a chain reaction across the Middle East, with rockets in the north, airstrikes in Lebanon, and the risk that the entire region could be pulled into a much larger and far more dangerous confrontation.